What's up guys, I'm back with another video.
What? You gonna hop on my car?
And today I'm going to be talking about my first year of college experience. Basically just like a recap, review, you know. I have some snacks and we're just gonna sit here and chat. Let's just get into it. So I posted on Instagram for people to ask me questions about my first year. I have the questions here, so we're just gonna hop into it. I'm gonna start answering the questions. Okay, first question was, how's the workload? So the workload honestly was not what I expected. This always happens though, like in high school. They're like, in college, like this is not gonna slide. The professors are gonna be so strict and harsh. So honestly, I was kind of scared of the workload. But after my first year, I don't know if it's just the professors I had, but it honestly was not that bad. I did have some professors that were really lenient and like extended due dates and everything. And I had other ones that were like strict on the deadline, but as long as you get your work done, you know all the due dates, like you should be fine. But I know it will probably get harder because right now I'm just taking like the prereq classes. How was the food? Great question. Let me just say this. So when I first moved in, the food, I was like, this is good. Like, I had the unlimited like meal plan, so it's just such a variety of stuff. Like I was just like I wasn't overwhelmed, but I was just like, there's so many options. But as the year went on, it kind of got old, like the same options. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just say this. I go to Georgia Southern, so I can only speak what I know from Georgia Southern. But after a while, the options kind of got old. Like, it's just like the same stuff. There weren't that many healthy options that I could constantly go to. So towards the end, it was between three options. The healthy options: a salad, a sub, or a burrito bowl, which is that healthy? I don't know. So next year, I'm planning on getting the 5-swipe meal plan, so I have 5 swipes a week, and then I'm gonna cook the rest of my meals so I can try to be a little healthier and be more motivated to eat. Because in my last video, if you watched it, you could see I had one meal the whole day basically, which is not good, but I'm gonna try to cook for myself so that won't be the case. Did I have my car? So no, I did not end up bringing my car. So initially the plan was to not bring my car the whole first year. Let me just say this, the Georgia Southern advertised itself like it was like very close, like anything you wanted to get to, you can get to in 15 minutes. So I was like, okay, I'll be good. I shouldn't need my car. But the place where I lived is kind of like far, not far, but it's a good walk from campus, even though it's on campus housing. So I would have to walk. The bus did come in handy, but I would have to walk a lot of places basically, and that was just, it was getting kind of old. I also just want to add that before this, I had never walked anywhere for real like that, so I wasn't used to it. So it wasn't like that long of a walk at all, but I was just not used to it. So I think a car would have been helpful, but I didn't have one. So next year, I'm definitely bringing my car. If you're going into college, I think it honestly depends on what school you go to, because some schools, the campus is spread out. You need a car. Some schools, it's close. Like, I honestly didn't need a car, obviously, because I went my whole first year without it, but it would have been helpful. So yeah. Next question. This is a good question. What was the biggest difference between high school and college track and field? What was the biggest difference? Honestly, I didn't see that much of a difference. College track is just more of an elite level of competition. Like high school track, it's like there's only a handful of people that take it seriously in the first place. But moving to college, like everyone's taking it seriously and everyone is going to be good. So, but other than that, it's not really a huge difference. Now the training, that's another thing. I'm gonna get into that in another question because ooh. Well, while we're on the topic of track, the next question is, did you reach your athletic goals? So honestly, no, I did not reach my athletic goals, and here's why. For starters, a lot happened this year, like just like in my personal life and everything, and part of that like caused me to have to leave school for like weeks at a time. So that kind of had a toll on my training, I guess. It was basically just a crazy year all in all. Track-wise, personal-wise, everything-wise. The team itself had some, like, issues, I guess you would say. I don't know if I should talk about this. I didn't get the training that I needed or expected to get going into college, but I know for a fact it's gonna change next year. So honestly, I'm pretty sure a lot of freshmen don't project as they expect, because I guess the college environment is just different than high school. So first of all, you have a longer season, so you're training for 2 semesters. You're slowly building up to peak at a certain point, when in high school you're like practicing for like a couple months, and the season is a couple months, so it's quicker. Yeah, I'm not too upset about it, honestly, because it's just my first year. I did decently. I won a couple meets, so I'm not mad at that. And yeah, it's just that. Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna kind of mix these 2 questions. The first question is, did you like your roommates? And the second one was, how was it making friends your first year? So yes, I did like my roommates. My roommates were my teammates, so we were basically together all the time because we had to travel together, practice together. So yes, I did like my roommates. And how was it making friends? Honestly, most of the friends I made were on the track team, because that's where I spent most of my time. The thing about making friends in college that I've realized is that it's way harder than high school, because high school, I wouldn't say you're like situational friends, but you kind of are. Like, I guess I sat on an ant pile or something, but these ants are going crazy. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm about to move because these ants. Okay, I had to move because there's ants everywhere, and it looks like they follow me, so we're gonna have to speed this up. Okay, sorry. Back to what I was saying. It's easier to kind of isolate yourself in college if you don't leave your room and go to events and just be more outgoing, which is hard for me personally because I'm very, very shy. So but I did join some clubs, and I feel like those are a good way to kind of branch out and meet new people and everything. Was it hard balancing track and academics? Honestly, it wasn't that hard. It just takes time management. So if I knew I was traveling that weekend, I would make sure to try to get all my work done, or when usually I would just be doing something else, I'll be like, no, I have to work because I'm gonna be gone all weekend. And especially for the classes I took, I took some art classes, and paint and stuff, that's not something you could easily take on the road. If you have a paper due, you could bring your laptop and work on it on the road, which sometimes I did, but some projects you just can't do that, painting, sculptures, which I had a lot of. As long as you know how to manage your time, you should be fine. Like I'm saying, I know the classes will get harder, and it probably will get more difficult as the years go by, but as of right now, it wasn't too bad. What's my best study tips? So honestly, I can't give a study tip because I don't really know how. So, but I do usually, if I do study, I'll just look back over my notes. I handwrite my notes, so I think that helps a lot with committing it to memory. But I'll just look back over my notes, maybe do a Quizlet. Sorry, that's all I could tell you. Someone asked, was it scary? Let me just say this. Going to college, I was so excited. High school and senior year, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go to college. Forget all this. Just get me to college already. As soon as I got there, I wasn't scared per se, but I was just wow, okay, maybe I was a little scared because once my parents and everything left, I was just what do I do now? Honestly, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about anything, in real life. And I was so homesick for so long. I thought it would last a couple weeks, but no. I was basically homesick the whole first semester at least. And I just felt like I was missing out on so much because I just miss my family. Yeah, but by the end I did kind of get used to it. Okay, I'm just gonna do 2 more questions, and then that's gonna be the end. Is there anything you would have changed? If so, what? This is a very good question. I think if I could go back and do the year over, I would put myself out there more and just do more things. Yeah, just saying, like, for me that's hard because I'm shy. But yeah, like at this point you just gotta do it. Basically. Okay, last question. What was your favorite part and your least favorite part about the first year? My favorite part would just have to be like all the events and just going to stuff like that. Events and like little get-togethers that we had in our dorm. Those were like literally my favorite parts because it was just fun. Like, for example, me and Danielle went to a T-Pain concert that they had at our school. That was super fun. We went to this step show. That was so fun. And then just other times where like me and my roommates would invite people over and just like play games, eat. That was fun. So yeah, that's all in all, those were like my favorite parts. And then my least favorite part, what was my least favorite part? Like, I mean, I can think of a lot of parts that I didn't like, honestly, but I don't want to say them because, yeah, I just don't want to say that. So yeah, that is gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're going into college this fall, I wish you luck. Just know that you'll be fine. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, you're truly sensational, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Still drinking this shit. Ooh, hop in that motherfucking phone, and a motherfucker be wrong.